Good morning. This is Ralph shooting a video outside today. We just got done with another heavy rainstorm overnight, and everything is looking beautiful. Sun's beginning to come out, and yeah, everything's looking nice. Now, the reason I'm shooting this video is we had a question come up on my Facebook business page about how do I start my own home business. And there are a variety of ways that you can start your own home business. I uh, I have programs that I currently use that I'm building up to create secondary income streams. But when we first started our first home business, I did not use any kind of program. It was a complete do-it-yourself home business that we just created from scratch. And we actually tried a few different models. But the first successful, at least for a while, the first successful home business that I ran was a lawn mowing service, which is why I'm showing you this idyllic setting, this nice little lawn. It's supposed to be about an acre, but actually it's a little smaller than an acre. But this is the first lawn that I practiced on, because I didn't have a riding lawnmower. What I had was determination, a strong back, and a push mower, and I wanted to see if I could mow this entire lawn in under an hour. And I did it. I mean, I was pushing it, and literally and figuratively both. And I mean, I got her done, and I got figuring, okay, if this is a little bit under an acre, with the flat section and the hills and trimming around all the trees and whatnot, then I should be able to hire myself out to mow and say I can do up to an acre. And so I did. I took out an ad in the local newspaper, and within about a week, I'd say, I was getting calls and people were wanting me to mow their lawns. And I would bid it in at a fairly low price. Actually, looking back now, it was too low of a price. But, my clients were happy. My work was excellent. And I'd show up on the job, get the job done. And even when I had mechanical problems, I would figure it out and just go ahead and get that job done and then move on to the next job. So I developed a good reputation, and I started developing a good list of clients. And that's what ultimately made me decide that, okay, I can go ahead and leave my day job and just focus on lawn care. And that did. It worked out for a while, but this was our first home business experiment, and it was done completely from scratch. I had a station wagon, I had a push lawnmower, I had a weed whacker, I advertised in the paper. I even set up a free blog and started writing on the blog, but honestly, the blog for local lawn mowing just did not do me a whole lot of good. But at one point, though, I was getting calls even from people in California. We live in Missouri, but I was getting calls from people in California who took our local newspaper and had property in this county, in Hickory County, Missouri. And they're wanting to know, it's going to be a few weeks before I can get out there, and I know the lawn's going to be tall. Can you go ahead and mow that lawn a couple of times before, we take our summer vacation? And I'd say yes. We'd agree on a price, and I'd say yes, and go out there, get the job done. They'd put the check in the mail, and I really didn't get stiffed on any payments or anything, and we managed to do pretty well with that job for a couple of years. So that's one way that you can create your own home business, is just figure out, what are you good at? What would you like to do? What service can you provide, or product can you sell that people will happily pay for? And then go ahead, test it out, write it up, and get an ad in the paper going. and just see how long it takes you to develop your list of clients. At one point, in order to build up our business, I was even going door to door. And that's really rough. But yeah, I was going door to door. I did that for a couple of afternoons. And by that time, I just figured out, the newspaper ads were getting me more response than the door to door. So I let that go. But, really a variety of methods that you can use to create your own home business. Now, what you might want to do too, if you have an idea for your own home business, like a few other ideas that we thought of but didn't implement, at least not yet, was home cooking. Being willing to go shopping for people, deliver their food to the house, and then cook it for them. And my wife is from Central America. She knows a lot of Central American dishes, so we thought we'd just make like a little Honduran, Central American type cook in your home food service. And we did some research on that and found out, yeah, that is a popular a popular service. At least it was about 10 years ago. I don't know if it still is anymore, but for various reasons, we decided not to go down that road. We were too busy with our other paying businesses. But yeah, just do your research. And when you think of a home business job category or niche that you might fit into, go ahead and do your research. Find people on YouTube that are working in that home business industry. Follow people on Twitter and learn from their experiences before you go out there and start having experiences of your own. It's good to learn from your own experiences, but it's also best to learn from the experiences of others so that you can avoid some of the common pitfalls in whatever industry that you're in. But yeah, you can start your own home business completely from scratch. It takes some imagination, it takes perseverance, it takes determination, and it takes just sticking it out until you make it work. And you've got to do a lot of research too, as I have said, and you're taking chances too. It's a risk. Everything in life though is a risk. Every business is a risk. Some you will succeed in, some you will learn from. All of them you will learn from, hopefully, and some you will not succeed in. But if you set your mind that you are going to succeed in one thing or another, then you may fail in one home business, but then go on to succeed in another. And we've had that happen. We've failed in some home businesses, but I decided, okay, that didn't work, so we're going to try something different. Try a different strategy, learn from our failures, and just keep on keeping on and trying out new things. So yeah, if you want to create your own home business from scratch, I suggest you just make a list. Write down the things that you're good at, things that you can do, things that you love to do, even hobbies. Is there a way that you can take a hobby and turn it into a paying home business? And then just sit down, figure it out, learn from other people in that industry, and then advertise in the local newspaper or online or what have you. Get a blog and blog about it and go for it. Now, there are other programs too that we are in. I've got business programs that run the gamut. I'm in some that start at $7, one-time fee of $7 that you can get into. And I've got business programs that go all the way up to $54 per month. So yeah, there really are a variety of options out there. I've tried a few, and I'm happy with the ones that I'm currently in. But if you're interested in getting started for free, the process that I just spoke about is, what we did. It worked for us, and if that sounds good to you, you might try it out too, and see how you fare with it. But the main thing in home business is just finding something that you love to do, figure out a way to monetize it, and then advertise and go for it. So that's all for this video. This is Ralph signing out. And if you found some value in this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. And until later, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for dropping by, and thanks for that question.